today's subject is even though the rice has a different kind of personality, like rice produced in Korea or Japan or most of in America, and some rice from the Vietnam is different, and then some people experiencing diarrhea if you take like a Vietnamese rice. When I was young, there was probably um, probably about this maybe about 16 years ago. Um, the country Korea at the time when I lived there, they experienced shortage of rice. So the government decide import some rice from Vietnam, and then some of them said when you take uh, that rice for a long time, they experience diarrhea. Then uh, I thought, why? I don't know why, but now maybe I may be able to explain after 60 years. And sometimes, when you watch, ads, then, they have, chopstick and, okay, our rice does not stick to each other. They can make it separated each other, meaning that, that rice has, a dry condition. And then advertiser, emphasize our rice is very dry. Now, when we thought about this one, we have to consider the temperature in Korea and then amount of rainfall in there. And also you have to consider temperature in Vietnam and the rainfall in Vietnam. Now, obviously that the Vietnam is close to tropical line, so therefore over there is hot and humid, and in Korea that is far above the tropical line. So over there is a four season, but in Vietnamese almost all the times the hot and humid. Now let's compare in Korea and Vietnam, and that's let's say here Korea, and here is Vietnam. Okay. Now the average temperature is in Korea is about 10, and in Vietnam is 25. So in other words, in Korea they can grow rice only once a year, but over here 2 times or 3 times. That's a difference. Now the highest temperature is over there is about 30 degree in average, and over there is 40 degree. And the lowest temperature is minus 10. Over here is plus 10. Now, amount of rainfall is also different. Rainfall amount is let's say over here about 1200 millimeter, and over here is let me look. It's about 2000. Okay. So now, in general, we have to understand one thing. The most plant grow against the temperature or rainfall in that area. Now, what that means is that, let's say, in desert area, what kind of plant can grow? In desert, usually hot and dry. So, what else can be growing there? Cactus, right? Meaning cactus is very humid, hot and dry, humid and very cold personality. So when you burn, it's the burning. Then when you put in a cactus over here, it's very cold, make a neutralize. So now over here we have lots of 2000, meaning that there is more dampness over here. Okay. So the only thing they may be able to grow in dampnesses must be dry. So when they, use a chopstick, then, okay, we can make it all separate because it is dry. Now, also, if temperature is high in here, what that means is the rice personality is very cold. The other kind of rice is a little cold. So now also over here is rainfall is less, so dampness is less. Okay, and however opposite is dry. So this one is this rice contain damp or little damp. So in other words, it's a sticky. So when you put in the rice, then we may be able to make a big chunk because of it's little dampness inside, so make it sticky. So that's determined because outside condition. Now, once we know about this one, then we may be able to use for our food. Let's say somebody got diabetes. Usually diabetes because hot stomach. So it's a very hot stomach. So when they use very cold one, then what? It make a neutralize. This does not help for diabetes. But the normal person take this one, make a cold stomach, then they make diarrhea. So when I explain this one to you, then everybody may be able to understand this. But when you look at the just a microscope, then whether this will contain carbohydrate, protein, fat. However, this kind of information cannot be, evaluated from those kind of things. So once you understand this chi, then make your health big different. Very simple idea, but nobody can deny this one. But not many people understand this one either. Thank you so much for your watching.